10.
No matter what, how many times we do this thing, there's always like some weird new challenge or new thing.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, well, that sounds nice to me.
Cool. All right, now we're ready. Let's really do this.
Hey.
Okay, for real this time.
For real.
For real.
For real.
We're
Not
here.
with the fake shit. For real.
I'm here.
For reals.
Let's be present.
All right.
We normally do a little cold open, but you know what? Let's not do that. Let's just get right into it. What's up? This is Size 10 Podcast. I'm Bjorn RG. You can follow me on Instagram. Actually, all platforms, Bjorn RG Comedy. And you can also follow our show on all platforms, Size 10 Podcasts. But today, we have an awesome guest in the studio. Very excited. Recent transplant to Portland, Oregon. And I'm just stoked to have him on the show. Really, hilarious comedian. Let's give it up for Colin Mattox.
Thanks, Bjorn. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. This is nice. This is a beautiful studio. I was complimenting it. I don't know how to. All I know how to do is compliment for sake of conversation. I don't know.
You don't know how to build a podcast studio?
Of course not. No. Like I was I've done 2 podcasts on my own. But both of them were during like the parts of the pandemic where you could not be around people, so we did them all over Zoom.
Yeah, and
I just never got the itch to be like, oh, I'm so excited to edit this movie podcast that I do with my old college roommates.
Okay,
it was really fun.
What was the premise of your now defunct movie podcast? I'm very interested.
Oh, it was great. It's a great idea. It's called You Can Still Listen to It. You got the old.
It's called You Can Still Listen to It, you guys.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Look it up.
Yeah.
No, what was it called?
It's called the Popcorn Farmers.
Okay,
because Iowa.
Okay.
And popcorn because movies, you understand?
Yep, I got the
connect. But the gist of it was me and my 2 friends, Brandon and Ben, would review 3 movies an episode.
What?
We would go.
How long were these episodes?
They were too long.
I knew that by when you said 3 movies.
Oh, yeah, there we are.
Looks like about an hour.
Okay, so what we started, I misspoke. So we started doing 3 an episode. And then we started doing 1 per episode and then having a debate episode. So we would review the movies from our respective birth years because we were all born in different years.
Okay.
And then we would debate them against each other. But the catch is you had to debate for your birth year's movie. Okay. So I purposely tried to pick shitty ones.
Yeah.
Like I was born in 95 and we did Showgirls, I think was our first one.
Okay.
It was our first episode was me talking about Showgirls and I was waiting to break
American
out.
Classic.
Yeah, I was waiting to break out Braveheart for season 2, but we didn't get that far. Don't start podcasts with guys in heavy metal straight edge bands, and or bakers, because your schedules never line up.
Oh, right, because they have to get up stupid early.
Great guys, but never available to help you edit.
A podcast is tough. We've had Paul's our third producer. We had David Kildall was our first producer.
Oh, I know David. David's
because
cool.
David and I were roommates at the end of the pandemic, and David and I had a podcast together, and it was called 5-Star Review, where we would find shitty review. We'd find an item, and I would just scour Amazon for like crazy weird reviews. And then we would make fun of the people because it would just be complaining about, I don't know, nail clippers or something, and people would just write this scathing 1-star review for like nail clippers.
What goes in to someone like that's life?
Exactly.
But what is going wrong with them that they're like, this set of tweezers is not up to my standards?
It's a big thing. Like the more we dug into it, I started following specific reviewers because there's people that have thousands of reviews and they love. There's like an artistry to it or something that they love doing, and they're ranked. Like you get ranked on Amazon of like how good of a reviewer you are. So they're just like reviewing everything.
Oh,
there's some people that. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, can they monetize it? Like
I don't think they can.
Okay.
No.
The company selling the products. I've done that kind of freelance work as a freelance writer,
writing reviews.
Yeah. To like drive up like the ratings of products for
you
like.
You would do that for companies?
I did it. Yeah, I did it once but I was like, they're like, because it doesn't have to be very long. You can say whatever you want as long as it's positive. It can be like 2 words. It can be 4 paragraphs. I don't care. And it's the same amount of money. and you just have to order this thing. I will reimburse you for the money, and then on top of that, pay you handsomely, and you can do whatever you want with the product.
How handsome was this pay? Can you reveal that?
Not great. It was like $25
per thing.
Per thing, yeah. And he's like, you can do as much as you want. And I did one, and I was like, this is stupid.
That's not very handsome. That's like a Gollum in the handsome scale, in my opinion. If we're going like Brad Pitt, it would be handsome, right? So that would be like $100 an hour.
Yeah,
that's like but $25.
All of that, like freelance writing work for like copy.
Yeah.
Or copy or anything, people like who do scripted podcasts like will want people to write their shit. It is slave labor. Like it's for the amount of money they pay you for. It's like 50 cents a word, and it's like it's gonna be 50 words. I'm like, okay, so like $2. Like, great.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, so that's.
We were probably reading some of those reviews. Now that I'm.
Did you do the testosterone replacement ones, like the?
We did some of that kind of stuff.
That's what I did it for.
Oh heck yeah!
But they were like
horny goat weed. We did that one on that one. There was a
weed.
bunch of like ridiculous people like pissed that it didn't work. It was I love how I'm just like pitching you this podcast that we have done for over a year now.
It's a good premise. You know what's unfortunate about podcasts is that I feel like the ones with the strongest premise are the ones that are kind of hard to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, we just kind of were growing apart, and I just felt like David wasn't all in on it, and so I decided I also did a movie podcast with a friend, and then his life popped off. He's a comedian, and he had a bunch of like big things happen, and he was like canceling a lot, and then I was like, whatever, let's just not do it anymore. Yeah, but we would watch chick flicks and then just make fun of them.
Oh, that's fun.
For an hour.
What's a chick? What do we? I know the term, but like, what do we call? Just anybody?
I don't know, like 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I don't know why 10 is the cornerstone for me right now.
Almost Famous.
Yeah, like any of those.
Is that chick flick? Probably not.
We had the most fun doing the Notebook and like any of those Dear John, like,
Dear John,
like those really serious sappy ones were like
very
the funnest to do.
Do you guys have a favorite flick chick that is like
chick flick?
Chick flick. Yeah.
There used to be. I have lesbian mothers. That's important to know. I used to watch a lot of Lifetime channel because it was just on a lot.
Okay.
And it was DVR'd a lot. There used to be a movie presentation program, like you know how they used to do back in the day on like the cable access. They would do like the horror hosts. So somebody would come, and Turner Classic Movies does this still, where they have somebody like intros the movie, and during commercial breaks they'll talk. I love it. Lifetime Network had one where it was called Three Dudes and a Chick Flick. And they just had three dudes like what you're talking about, like do a common. And I think Wayne Brady was one of them. They were like comics. Like it was a good idea. But that movie that we were talking about, The Three Men and a Baby, that's a chick flick and not female led because it's they're so sensitive. They're taking care of this baby together. It's a fantasy.
Like rom-coms.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I don't know. I sure like Mean Girls. I love Mean Girls.
Yeah.
That's a chick flick.
Yeah, I would say that is. I'm trying to think of what I really like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but I don't know if that's technically a chick flick. It is a romantic comedy, kind of. Like
it is. That's an argument I have with my wife a lot is what constitutes a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Or like
I don't know.
I mean, genre is in itself just kind of, I think, flawed. It's just like it's trying to box in what a movie is to probably just sell it.
Is the term chick flick outdated anyway?
I think it is.
Because I love those movies.
Well, our show was called Wrecking Date Night. So we were
Wrecking
like
Date Night. Date Night movies is a more broad term. I like that. Because like Everything Everywhere All at Once is a good date night movie.
That's a great date night.
Because you look at the person you're with and you're like, I don't know about you.
Or we're like, let's go buy a car wash together.
Let's go buy a laundry.
A laundry mat.
I don't think the moral of that. I didn't walk away from that being like
into laundry mats.
Laundry mats.
I wish you had hot dog fingers. That's what I got.
Hot dog finger. That movie made me laugh and cry so hard. I've never been. That was in the last year the movie that has like affected me the most in a watching experience. And I worked at a movie theater when I saw it, so I got to see a bunch of the movies for free.
Nice. Oh, cool.
So it was like an indie movie theater in Iowa City. So like I got to see cool new release shit. and like funkier shit that I'm a movie nerd, so I
Nice.
don't know if you could tell by the fact that I had a failed podcast about them, but but I like movies, so that was cool. I love that movie. That movie was great. You saw it?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
saw it
I
pretty
want to
recently.
see it again because I feel like I missed so many.
Oh yeah.
Just the phrases she would say and the callbacks to them were pretty awesome. So
Yeah. What do we got here?
So let's talk about this beer. So there's a little bit of a backstory on it. So this is a brewery in Portland that
Okay.
I just found out about because I have recently decided to try being gluten-free.
Oh.
And it is a horrible journey so far. It has been just not fun. Just like finding out all the things I can no longer have.
Yeah.
And it's like everything.
Yeah, everything good.
And I love beer, and I was going to stop drinking too, but you know what? I'm going to pump the brakes on that. I'm going to baby steps.
Yeah.
First, we cut gluten.
one trauma at a time.
One trauma at a time.
trauma at a
Maybe
time.
next. I think I might push the sobriety to next year. That could be next year's thing.
Yeah.
We haven't even hit the end of this year. I'm talking about like my New Year's resolution this year is going to be gluten-free, even though it's still October.
That's good though. Gluten-free October. I like
So
it.
this is a gluten-free beer.
Yeah.
The Wub Coffee Stout. Is that right?
Woob? I assume it's since it's German, the W should be a V, so it'd be Vib. And the umlaut makes an EU sound, so it's Vib. Vib coffee stout.
Coffee Stout.
I think I could be wrong.
The
All
brewery is called Mutanus.
Mutanus.
And they have like you can get like kegs of gluten-free beer. But they have like a bottle shop too, or can shop.
Yeah.
And you can get packs of it. And everything I've had so far, I have loved. I'm like, this is actually like you wouldn't know necessarily. I mean, I don't know if you're a stout guy.
Oh, I love stout.
Okay, cool. Because I did not ask. I was
No,
just
you just said, "Do you drink?"
I
I'm
said,
like,
"Do you drink?" Well, because
fucking A.
there's so many people trying to, better their lives.
Why?
And, and I never. And I'm like,
What
oh,
is?
Sorry.
I know. I've only been here for 2 months. I want to let's burn some bridges.
Oh yeah, anything
Portland
we say,
comedy.
I can cut it out if you want.
What is?
We try not to like name names in a super.
Oh, I won't
negative-
name names.
And don't say where we are right now.
Meaning like city and state.
No, like location of
Oh,
this
okay.
building.
I don't know where anything is in this
Cool.
city, so you couldn't have picked a better thing. I was like, "Where are we?"
Well,
Cool.
that's like the only thing I've ever really had to cut out. A couple other little things where people say where it is, and it's like, I don't really want people to know where this is.
I dropped a girl I dated in high school's name on a podcast, like
Okay.
her full name, and I felt horrible about it. And then I put it out, and then one of my co-hosts. This was not the movie podcast. I had another one.
Okay.
that also failed.
No,
This
dude, you just
theater
fell
podcast. Yeah, I went to more antiquated art mediums to fail.
You were like, you know what? I gotta niche down on this. I gotta get to the core of it. What's the next one gonna be?
The next one's gonna just be like Stone Age,
Yeah.
tabletry and
Stories that someone
calligraphy.
told.
Uniform tablets.
Fred Armisen has like a sketch podcast where he just does weird like audio sketches,
Okay.
like almost little audio play little things.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
You
and
should
it's
do a
Fred
podcast
Armisen.
reviewing those.
I should. I like the review stuff. I don't know. I used to be a theater critic in college. It was my part-time job for a hot
Okay.
minute. But it sucked because I was a theater student.
Mm-hmm.
And that just means all your peers fucking hate you.
Oh.
Like, all your peers are like, "You coming to the show this weekend, Colin, that you didn't get cast in? You're just going to make shit out of me?" And I'm like, you know what? I am now.
So nobody came to your
Lauren.
birthday party. Is that what's going on?
No, I have a summer birthday,
Oh,
so
okay.
nobody ever comes. I've learned to
Everybody's
devalue
gone.
my birthday. I feel like I'm a Cancer, and I've just only started learning what these things mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like bitching about nobody coming to your birthday party is the most Cancer thing to do.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah,
It's like, nobody likes me, is big Cancer energy. That's why it's good I married a Pisces, because she's like, shut the fuck up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
So you were gonna say something about Portland.
Yeah,
Colin.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I get
Yeah.
distracted.
No.
That's great.
I love this.
Everybody's doing Sober October right now.
Oh, really?
And I'm angry at all of them because I don't really drink unless I'm out doing mics. Really, like we were talking about that, Paul. And like I don't really drink much at home. It's a social thing, and it's like new in town, trying to meet people,
Yeah.
make friends. I'm like, I'm gonna have some drinks to loosen up. And if it's like, oh, let me buy you a drink, and someone's like, I'm doing sober October, I'm like, fucking what for? Like, we've had a weird October thus far. Like, I don't know how. Like, there's the one day that I just was like, I'm not going outside because it looks like Dune out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna stay inside and drink and smoke weed and try to pretend that world doesn't exist out there.
Yeah.
And it mostly works, till the next day.
It is interesting. I feel like if you're in comedy long enough, like people either like continue to just go down a path of just like destruction, or they get sober and like figure it out, because you're just doing comedy in bars all the time.
It's hard to stay away from it. And I know so many guys who have gotten so much. I shouldn't say guys, people who have gotten so much better and they don't do booze anymore. And then I know other guys who, at least I'm not asking about their demons. They probably have them, but they seem to be in a place where it's like, yeah, we can just keep like having fun, having a few beers, and not going crazy. That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to limit myself. Like, only have 2-3 beers. No, don't try to get. Is before it's like, we're doing stand up. It's an excuse to get fucking annihilated, and that's fun.
Yeah, it is, and it does make. I think it makes mics more fun, especially.
Yeah, because mics can get dull.
Yeah.
Like,
That's an understatement.
that's an understatement. Of the
Paul is so anti-mic. It's hilarious.
Of course. Like, they're not like. It's like I love comedy shows that do this because I like the idea of kind of trying to cross-pollinate. But whenever somebody does a show, like a showcase, and then a mic after, or vice versa, I'm like, no,
stop it.
Don't do. Maybe you. I like the doing. I'm gonna burp. I don't want to burp in your mic.
ASMR.
Dude, it's so funny. I'm
just a little one.
gonna blow this up just a tiny bit
Hit
because
me.
it will. Once this comes out, it will have happened.
Okay.
But this weekend I'm booked on a show, and each time I get a little bit more information, and I'm just like, what have I gotten myself into?
Oh, no.
Because they offered a good amount of money, and so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And then it's just been like, the original ask was like to do 20 minutes. I was like, that's fine. And then the other day they were like, actually, can you do 45? And it's in a backyard at somebody's house. And then just the other day they're like, can you bring a sound system? And I'm just like, oh my God, what else? I'm like, fuck it, I'll bring my lights because I'll be pissed if you can't see anything.
Are you good at plumbing?
Like, yeah.
It's
You gotta
cheaper
do
than
like-
buying a plumber.
How do you
Just
feel
hire
about
a
kids?
comedian.
You like kids? Want to watch them? We're actually not gonna be there.
No comedy show.
How's
we just
your
need a
carpentry?
babysitter.
Oh my God.
Carpentry.
So I'm just gonna. I don't know. I was like, I'll do 30 and I'll bring an opener. So I'm bringing Eliza to open for me, and
Hell
we'll
yeah.
see. We'll see how it goes. Who knows? But then I get the thing, and it's just like, all right, so we're gonna have a 30-minute open mic, and then the showcase is gonna start. And I'm like, why?
Oof.
Oh my God. Okay, cool. I get to close it all out. Perfect. Love that. Love that.
I mean,
Like,
that's the only format. I hope it works. Like that's the only.
dude, I don't
format.
know. I don't want to rip on it too much, but I'm just like trying to stay positive with it,
Of course.
Because it's like I've gone to enough gigs where like I was like, oh, this is good. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
This is a great idea of my use of a Monday is to go do this, and then it's just like, what? There's so many dead animals on the wall.
Oh God. You don't like the dead animal houses?
No, I do so well. And
Oh yeah.
if there's a bar with dead animals on the wall, I'm gonna fucking murder.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't that
whatever.
weird?
Like,
I
I don't know what it is. Like, it just maybe it's like I don't know. I feel like I'm at home in Montana again or something. But I tend to do really well when there's lots of dead animals on the wall.
Same, and I'm always very concerned.
Elks clubs,
Yes, I love a good Elks Club.
all that.
But
But
a handful of those. I'd like to do more. I want to do like small little bars. I like doing those. Those are my favorite shows. Like it's always really cool to do like if you get put up at a club or whatever, or like a place that does comedy specifically, or just a bar that does comedy all the time, or any like showcase, anything. It's great to get up, period, for more than 5 minutes. You know, but I feel like when I'm booking my own stuff in the past, what I've really enjoyed doing is finding like, a little tiny brewery or a little bar in like a small town that, has probably never done stand up before.
Yeah.
I just kind of like that. I like, it's always a little. I get sketched out because it's like being from Montana, being from Iowa.
Yeah,
like the same kind of thing. It's like, ooh, I feel a little okay here, but also I'm city boy by Iowa standards.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm a country bumpkin by the rest of the world's standards, but by the standards of the Hawkeye State, I am a metropolitan kid. Like
You're very GQ.
I'm damn near European for some of those guys. The way I said that didn't make it sound like that. I tell you what, I'm damn near European to them. But I'm from a town of like 70,000 people, so that seems really big, for other places. But I love doing. But there's been spots I've been telling people about this. I haven't worked it into a bit yet, but I got this dude. My buddy Anthony from back home was moving out to LA, so he booked a bunch of shows before he left. And somebody through his mom or somebody got this tiny little show booked, or it was a big show booked in this tiny town called Aledo, Illinois. Okay. It's if you know where Peoria, Illinois is, it's kinda like a little bit east and south of that.
Okay.
It's I was talking to name drop Kyle Kinane about this story because I thought he's from Illinois. And I was fangirling out. I was like, "Hey man, you did a really good job tonight, man." Yeah. I was like, yeah. And he's just places. Like, "Yep, doing some bits, doing some." I was like, "You're just a normal guy. I just need to be normal. Just be normal, right? Colin."
I know he's like talking to me, and I was talking to him normal because he did our show, and I was just like, and then later on, I was like, "God damn, I didn't even think about that." Like I was just joking around with him and whatever, and like I said some shit, and I'm just like, "Yeah, oh wow, yeah, you're like." Just a normal dude.
Yeah.
Like, especially that comedian.
Yes.
It's specifically. Yeah, he's super rad.
Yeah, he's a chill guy, but that's a detraction. But I did this place. It was at this place called, it was a barn that they had converted. This dude, Anthony, booked us at, and he booked it like 5 of us to do this spot. This barn that they had converted into like a bar and music venue, but the stage was up in the loft.
Okay.
And everyone's sitting on the floor.
Oh my God.
So you're
amazing.
Like lording over them. And I walk into the barn, which doesn't have like side walls. It's like open. It's like more of a tent that's wood.
Okay.
And this like post, and there's a bar in there and stuff, and people are sitting hanging out. And I look at like the big cross beam, and there's 3 big ass flags. There's a "Don't Tread on Me."
Yep.
There's a big ass Confederate, like the X stars and bars.
Yep.
And then a white flag with a cannon on it that just said "Come and take it."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna be fine, but like there are comics of color here who we brought. No. My buddy Mike Adrales is a Filipino American man, and I was his set was hilarious. There, he gets up, he's like, I'm gonna do his voice. It's gonna seem offensive, but for all my QC comedy people, you guys watching, I'm gonna shout it out to them. They're gonna love it. Mike Adrales just gets on stage and just goes, "I don't feel like I'm gonna make it out of here." Just like, "Oh shit, guys, this is not good for me." Like, he's a hilarious guy. The joke we all said is like, "Oh, take pictures of me on stage so that you have blackmail material for me later." And like, so when all of us are bigger, we remember where we came from.
Like doing comedy with the flag underneath.
Yes. Oh, it's. I have a video of it of my buddy of Anthony like starting out the show, and I'm like, I can't show this to anybody. We're gonna look so bad because I talked about it and they loved it. They loved you talking about it too.
Yeah.
They were like, "Fuck yeah, that's our flag." I'm like, "We're in Illinois, guys. Read your fucking history book. We're on the north here."
That's so wild.
But you see that out here, like in Oregon, which wasn't even a fucking state yet.
Yeah.
I don't think, was it?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Not that I know of. But like, I mean, you go, like, I was on the coast and you go there. It's just like some of those places, or on your way to the coast, it's just like, "Let's go, Brandon," which my friends had to explain to me what that was.
I didn't.
And I was like,
"This
"This is the stupidest thing."
It's not. Just say "fuck Joe Biden."
Let's just. And like, why?
And they just came out with, there used to be a gay porn series. I think it was late 90s, early 2000s, called "Let's Go, Brandon."
I did hear about this.
Maybe that's what they're.
Maybe they're referring to that. They're like a revival of this gay porn series.
They're like trying to bring it. They're like, Fuck Debbie Does Dallas. Let's go, Brandon.
Debbie does
Get that
Dallas.
gay shit in here.
Oh.
Pronto.
I'm into gay
funny.
rights and gay left.
Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, no.
There's got to be a certain stripe of those guys who know that and are like, don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, let's.
We're not gonna
No,
talk
we don't
about
talk
that.
about that
Yeah,
part.
no.
What?
It's
It
hilarious.
just, yeah, it's just too much. I mean,
Yeah.
Oregon's a weird state. It's just like, and it's of course like in Portland, you're in this bubble, and then you just get outside of it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's woo. Okay.
Yeah. That's how it feels. We went down to Crater Lake
Nice.
and drove like through the part of the state that wants to like secede and be
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of Idaho now.
Greater
and I'm
Idaho.
like, you want to Greater Idaho. That's the one you're going with. I
Yeah.
know it's right there, but we also border California.
Well,
Like
they're
that's not a
picking
whole lot
California.
better.
That's-
Yeah.
That's branding.
Do
They're
we
not-
touch anybody else other than Idaho and Washington and California?
That's it.
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't.
That
believe
makes
we
sense.
touched
We're
Nevada.
coastal state, so it gets makes. I'm saying we now because I live here.
You're
Already.
one of us.
I've
You're
claimed
one of
it.
us.
I like it here a lot. I think it's just nice to get a different kind of bit of scenery. It's just today it was all rainy and stuff, and the place where we live has this beautiful it's like on a mountain kind of in the distance, so you can see our window. Our bathroom has a window like in the shower almost, so you can open that up, which is nice to let the steam out. But you look out and it's all foggy, it's beautiful in the trees and everything. I'm like, I get to bathe every morning in a fucking like mountain spa.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty
it's
much.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, you know what we get? I'm like choking on fucking pesticides in Iowa, and just like watching. Like it's just polite racism is Iowa's big problem right now. It's just like, I'm not racist, but
And then
lock the doors. Like
yeah. You're like, come on.
So since you've been to Portland,
yeah.
what's the most Portland thing that you've seen? Or encountered or experienced?
Well, I don't know if that's for me to say. I
Oh, it's gonna punch down. It's fine, probably.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll talk about this. I talked about it on stage, but I feel like when I've told comics about it, they've been like, "You're a Portlander now."
Yeah.
Is that a couple weeks ago I got attacked on the train?
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, on the Green Line. Shout out Green Line. But there was a lady on Friday. It was very scary in the moment, but I am high a lot. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's pretty Portland. So
that's pretty Portland. But like, if we were coming back from a mic, Melody and I had gone to a mic, so we were on the train back home, and this lady was just causing a ruckus. She was, I don't know what her issue was, if it was a drug thing, if she was some kind of mental illness, I don't know what's going on, but she was being very belligerent with people, and people were kind of separating, being like, leave me alone, and somebody says some knife. And I look, and she's got like a little like Walmart like carving knife, like a little tiny like pumpkin knife, like tiny. And
it's the season.
yeah, 'tis the season. Right? I was like, you know what, you're festive. And
You're like,
Pumpkin
Does-
carving time.
Does the green line go to a pumpkin patch? I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Were you wearing an orange sweater at the
Yeah.
time? Because she may have just been
she
confused.
might have been. But she kind of got up in our face, and I had to kind of be like I used to be a special ed para. Like a classroom aide.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, that training kicked in. So I just stood up and like stood at an angle from her and just said, no, not okay. Like the only thing I could think to say was like
That's
classic
solid.
parish. It worked. She like stepped back, but then the train was stopped. So we're like, let's just get to the next car back.
Yeah.
And she fucking followed us
Oh,
like
boy.
into the next car. She was very angry at my wife for some reason. I don't know why. Just the look of her, got to her. Yeah, it was spooky, but finally she followed us back and was just screaming like kind of unintelligible shit. And then finally the train conductor or driver, whatever their title is, came in and kicked her out, and we got home. But it was scary, and I got nicked a little bit on my thumb. She went like that with the knife and got me a little bit. So, but I wasn't supposed to tell my parents that. or my in-laws.
Why?
So because we don't want them to be scared of the big bad city.
Well,
you know.
We went to a wedding and literally everyone was like, "Oh, you live in Portland? Are you okay? Is it safe?"
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's fine. There's some wild shit happening, but like, it's fine. Just don't be an idiot, you know?
Yeah. Well, and like, I feel as though that type of thing. The thing that I come to is like living in Iowa City. In the last like 2 months that I was living there before we moved out at the bars, like this is a college town. It shouldn't be like riddled with crime or anything like that of any kind, really, other than like the petty shit that you expect.
Yeah.
But like 3 different times there was guns pulled out in like the bars or whatever, and there was like a sting operation going on with some dude who had, assaulted some people. Was like they were tracking him, so they got somebody to go undercover at the bar, and then the undercover guy pulled his gun out when he should. It was a weird fucking story, and I'm like, that shit's happening in Iowa. What do I care if some schizophrenic lady is freaking out at me in Oregon? Like, that's cool. We have trains here. That's a step up.
Yeah.
Like, I love riding
Public
the train.
trans-
You're like,
It's pretty solid.
you're not taking it from me either. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking.
And you have the mountain view when you shower,
Yes.
which makes up for all of it.
So yes, and that's pretty Portland. Is it? I don't know. Is getting attacked on the train pretty
Yeah.
Portland?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a possibility every day, I would imagine.
yeah. I'm excited because this new job I get to commute to it on the train.
On the train. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going like commuter hours and stuff like that, it's like the stuff usually tends to happen at like weird, wild, like late hours, like after hours type situation.
Which it was. So
I almost hit, as Paul said, I almost killed 2 pedestrians yesterday. I was just driving down Burnside. So,
Yeah.
that was my fault. My bad.
you're just driving.
Strike
down
one.
Burnside.
Driving
Strike
down
one.
Burnside.
I know. Crazy. I did have a whole cup of coffee before I left
Whoa.
the house.
So you were ready to rage.
Woo! So I was just driving, and someone was crossing the street, not in a crosswalk, and popped out from behind a tree while I was just driving down Burnside. And so I swerved to miss that pedestrian because they just crossed in front of me. Like it was really close. So I swerved, and then I did the thing that you do when you swerve. You like get mad, and you're like looking in the rearview mirror at that idiot that like is now continuing to cross. And then I look up, and there's another person in the other lane also walking.
yeah.
This guy had he had a sleeping bag over his head, and he was walking down the street, like just down the middle of the street, the other direction, not looking. And I had to swerve again. And that one, it was so quick that like I almost hit one, and I was like, "Fuck, that was crazy!" Ah, and then I almost hit another person, like so fast I couldn't brake because it had rained, and I was like swerving, trying to not hit people.
Yeah.
My Mario Kart skills really shine.
Came in
that
clutch.
moment. Just, I actually drifted, and then I did a power slide through the next corner.
If you'd hit him, it'd been like, I am the anti-frogger. I like that. No, I don't. I sold my car right before I moved here, so I don't have to drive in town much. My wife kept her car, so we have a car, but I've been enjoying taking the public transit. It's nice. But yeah, driving here is stressful as hell. I don't like it.
The streetlights are so dim here. I don't know if you've noticed that. Right? No one really talks about that. It's a light pollution thing,
Also,
I think.
well, this might be the most Portland thing. The fact that there are traffic lights for bikes.
Yeah.
Like there's the bike green, and then there's the car green light on every traffic light. I didn't understand. I turned right on a red light that clearly had it posted not to do that because I saw it and I was like, oh, that was a bike green light.
Yeah, because sometimes there's like weird. There's
with the lanes and everything, and I live not far from 82nd, so like, or not far off 82nd, so that's most of what my experience has been driving wise, which is great because I'm like, it can't get any worse. Like
82nd. That's pretty much
but I really like where we live. I would rather live in like the middle of the shitstorm than like on the periph for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to. It's like, oh, this is where all the problems are. Ah, cool. I like living there. I
Like,
want to live in it.
Like your next door is just like incredible. It's just,
Oh, yeah.
like,
It's
just like,
great.
Wow, that's only a block away. Like,
And well, it's just the massive change in stuff, you know, from like one block to the next, how it turns from like, oh, this is kind of shitty, over to like, oh, this is like where you would raise a family. Like, this doesn't look super different from
yeah, there's all these little
know.
pockets. Like we had some friends buy a house recently, and then like I was like, wait, where is it? Oh, that. I was like, I think that's kind of sketchy. And then like we've gone, and it's a cool little tiny pocket. But like I would never. I hate shopping at the Target that's right there. I go further if I need to go to a Target. Like I'm not going to that one.
Yeah.
It's just like there's always some shit happening. They're always out of everything I need. It's just the biggest waste of my goddamn time.
I don't know. What are some spots to hit up? What's the best like farmers market to go to?
That would be a Paul.
Oh,
Paul?
The Montevilla ones.
Montevilla. Okay, cool.
Which is
That's
pretty
a
close
fair
to you
one.
if you're on 87.
Yeah,
They have an
yeah.
awesome mushroom vendor,
Ooh.
and it's about that season here in a couple weeks because we got our first rain finally.
Yeah.
So chanterelles, all that stuff's going to be coming out in a couple
Ooh.
weeks. So I'm excited for that.
Psilocybin,
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
That's going to be a thing that's soon. I can't wait till all the psilocybin shops start opening up. And we
That's
just
going to
see-
be a different cut.
They're
It's
like-
just going to be weed hipsters. It's just
they're
going to be guys who got tired of the
$28
weed scene.
eighths. Ruin your entire weekend.
That sounds wonderful. Are you kidding? Like,
Best weekend ever, actually.
yeah, I've only done
Yeah.
mushrooms a
The
handful
trip
of
and
times.
fall. Like, what are they going to be called? They're always like stupid names too.
I love the electric lettuce ones.
The electric
Electric
lettuce
Those are
lettuce
is
great.
so stupid. That is.
I have to think. You know what? I need to buy domain names for mushroom shops right now.
You should.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
You could just speculate.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you said it first, so I won't do it. But I'd like to.
I'll give you my B domain.
Let's just go in and business
stick with
together,
names.
Paul.
Yeah,
I just
we're-
need
we're
someone.
friends now.
Yeah,
Let's-
we're
yeah,
friends now.
let's do it.
Like
I got one. Shrooms and brooms.
shrooms and brooms.
You sell-
Sell only brooms and shrooms. And
Well, I
that's
thought, and because theme shops love
Yeah.
it. You love a themed that electric lettuce place. It's like Grateful Dead themed, right?
Yeah.
That one witch themed. People love
Yeah,
that
yeah.
out here.
Mhm.
Shrooms
all
and
your
brooms.
employees
and
have to wear
brooms.
witch hats the whole
I
time.
think we just
Sisters?
all year.
Did you guys watch the new Hocus Pocus? Hocus Pocus 2?
No.
Not yet.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's kind of the response I'm getting from most people. Like,
It was
yeah.
like the novelty of being like, oh my god, it's them again. Wore off pretty quick. And fucking Binks isn't in it.
Binks isn't in it. No, Binks was the
Cat.
Okay, I was
and
like,
the
I need
cat
help.
Was pretty awesome.
Well, I don't think. If he was, I totally forgot him.
Yeah.
Billy Butcherson's in it for a second. He's great. Love Billy Butcherson.
Yeah,
I'm going to do what you do with
we
your
haven't,
stand.
We haven't.
This is cool.
Yeah, this. Like, I don't know. We just move around. You're good.
Every time I've done a podcast, I've been holding the microphone to my face.
Okay,
Which is fun.
We have these ridiculous stands. Nick and I
What is-
just balled out of control with the studio. It's just ridiculous. I mean, but we
Balled
didn't buy
out
it
of
all at once.
control.
It was like one thing at a time.
That's how it
And there was a
works.
sale on these mics a couple years ago, and we just were like, let's do it.
I don't think I'm fully expressing how impressed I am.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Go on.
Yeah,
joking.
but
I
don't stop.
But don't
like.
stop.
I'm not
The
gonna
fake brick.
the fake. You had me fooled. You had me fooled.
Like I mean, there is some seams that we didn't do perfectly,
why?
but you know,
but
whatever.
why Bush Light? Why
Oh,
Bush Light stuff
'Cause-
everywhere?
So we used to like for the first big part of the, I don't know. We haven't really done seasons, but like we used to just exclusively drink Bush Light on the podcast, it was hilarious because it's like we're both like, it's shitty beer, but it kind of tastes good. And then it became ironic, and then we bought a bunch of merch from their website, like hats and
Yeah.
hoodies, and just started wearing. I actually almost wore my Bush Light hoodie that I have.
Like, Bush Light is an unfortunate but massive part of Iowa life.
Yeah,
Like, to see some people like repping it, I'm like, why?
it was just like ironic. It's a little like anti like everything in Portland. It's just like all about craft beer, and so like we thought it was
Yes.
funny to just be rocking Bush Light stuff.
It is.
I think there's a Bush Light hat over there. It's like their racing hat.
Oh yeah.
Like we bought a whole. We actually were trying to get them to sponsor the podcast. We thought it would be hilarious. if we did.
If they had like, I don't know how the beer scene works. I know that Bush is owned by Budweiser.
Yeah,
So I think you got to get Budweiser. That's a big fish.
yeah, that would be a big one.
But that'd be great.
The other one was we had when we were doing that, some of the merch that was available was for the Busch Light Apple. Was like Busch Light Apple merch.
Oh my god!
But we couldn't. But then we like researched it like on the pod. Like we couldn't find it anywhere in Oregon. They actually didn't sell it here. So we were like trying to order it from other states and stuff, like to try to get it. And then they did bring it here, and we bought like 3 cases of it. And it's so gross. It's just
so
like
gross.
it's like a cider that gives you a headache.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
like
has gluten,
Reds.
so I
It's
can't.
like Reds apple ale.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I love apple cider. Like I love hard ciders. I'll drink an Angry Orchard. It's a little sweet for my taste. But out here, it's so many like I'm getting a little tired of dry ciders.
Okay.
Just because I'm like, I don't know. I do like something sweet. Apples are sweet. There's not a bitter apple out there. Like, why is this bitter?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
I like a dry cider because it's just a little less sweet. Personally,
I like it every once in a while. I think it's a good medium. Woodchuck makes good ciders. I like Woodchuck ciders.
I haven't had this in a while. Strongbow. That was like one of my zones when I lived in Minneapolis. I don't think they have it. They probably do.
Strongbow's great, as is. I think if you get it over here, it's called Magners. But in Ireland, where it's made, it's called Bulmers.
Okay.
And I started drinking that when I was in Ireland because if you have like 3 or 4 Guinness in it, 3 or 4 of these basically.
Yeah.
But like, imagine this, but it's like a milkshake. You know, that's
Yeah,
a Guinness. Like, I don't know if you've had it like over in the UK or Ireland, but
Okay. I have not had a Guinness there.
it's
but
a different. Yeah, it's just I don't know if it's like because they don't have to put the nitrous in the tap when they ship it as much, or I don't know if it's just different. It is so much thicker. It's like a milkshake. Like it's delicious. But if you have 3 of those, you're like, I ate a 4-course meal, and I need, if I want to keep drinking, you need something a little lighter, some little settly stuff.
Do you ever have a Guinness with cider, like mix them?
I have, yeah.
Is
What
it
do you call that?
It's not a black and tan.
No, that's
Black Velvet? Is that what it's called? Blue? No, I'm pretty sure it's called the Black Velvet.
No, it's called a snake bite.
Snake bite. It is a snake bite.
Snake bite. You ever have an Angry Balls snake bite?
No.
So it's a snake bite, but you put a shot of Fireball in it.
Oh God,
That
sounds.
It's actually
incredible.
great. It's actually
incredible.
That is like the best Christmas drink.
Yeah,
you
I
can
like a
have.
snake bite. At Neighbors Tap Room where we do Bangers comedy every
Shout
Thursday.
out, Neighbors.
Every
Bangers.
Thursday, 8:00. She's done those for me where I'm like, okay, take the stout that you have and put it in this cider, and it's not quite the same because like the stouts that they have are usually a little more intense than a.
Yeah.
I feel like a Guinness is like barely a stout. It's so.
It's the gold
Mild.
standard though. It's like what all stouts like. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, and like I'm repping them right now. I didn't mean to, but this is where we're at. But I love Guinness because it's like I've been to the Storehouse now twice in Dublin. Where
Okay.
like the big brewery you can go on the tour of. Here's the hack. I'm gonna blow it up.
Yeah,
on
do
your
it.
podcast.
I love it.
Here's the hack. If you go to Dublin and you go to the Guinness Storehouse, you are given with your admittance a free pint. So. You're going to go through the whole museum, see all the it's a cool museum. You learn how to make Guinness, and there's a thing called the Guinness Academy.
Okay.
And you can go there, and that's where they teach you how to pour the perfect Guinness pint. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But you're going to fuck it up royally your first time.
Yeah.
Because there is a craft to it. You're going to do it wrong, and then you're going to have a gross flat pint, and that's your free pint with your admittance. So, old Uncle Colin says... Don't go to the Guinness Academy. Go up to the Sky Bar, which is the last part of the tour, which is at the top of the Guinness Storehouse. It is a circular room that has floor-to-ceiling windows and a bar in the middle, and you can see out. It's one of the tallest buildings in Dublin, so you can see the whole city. It's just a gorgeous view. You can see the mountains in the distance. It's gorgeous. And you can get your free pint up there, and that's what I would suggest you do for the views. Don't go to the Guinness Academy. Go to the Sky Bar.
Sky Bar
Right there.
And get the not shitty poured
They'll do it. They know how to do it. They work there.
They're not just dumping it into the bottom of the glass. Long pour.
Well, and sometimes that works. Oh yeah, no, they got the proper taps and everything. If you get the Guinness over here in the cans though, and it's got the little ball in it, just got to do the hard pour, just 180 into the glass.
Okay.
Just do that. That's how you get the good head. People always want to do the 45 degree. You can do that, but I like head.
Just me too.
I didn't even do that right. Cheers. I'm gonna cheers to that. That was clever as fuck.
This is a good stout. I am enjoying.
This is nice.
Yeah,
a
I've been
lot.
enjoying this as well.
I feel awake.
In it, though, so I will. probably
We
be up a
thought
little bit
Friday. It's we're recording on a Friday, so it's kind of the only time. Usually we record like during the week, so it's like we don't want to be up all night. But you know what? It's Friday.
Be up all night.
Let's do it.
Yeah, up all night podcast. Hey, we should definitely talk about some the shoes that you.
Oh,
brought
yeah.
Before we.
Oh,
So
I
what
do
are
gonna
like
start?
what
I
are
love
these
aromas.
ones?
What are
Let's
on my
start with-
feet?
yeah. What do you got?
These
on
are
your feet?
some Stan Smiths
All
from
right.
Adidas. These are the like the canvas
Those are
like
cool.
recycled material.
Ooh,
though.
okay.
They were a gift from my mother-in-law. Shout out Stacy.
I hope she listens.
I hope she
This
does.
far, you should be like, you should listen.
Now I've
Send
fucked
it to
it because now I fucked it because I talked about the train attack and that was a thing with my. I shouldn't have talked about that.
she doesn't
She was
want-
like, we are not telling our parents about this train attack, and I'm like,
just like chronicling it.
and I
online.
fully told the story. I think that retelling wasn't that bad.
No,
it didn't
it's
sound
fine.
that bad.
It's
And
fine.
I think you blew it up. I think it was.
Oh yeah, it was. Thank you. But no, they're the recycled Stan Smith, so they're the canvasy instead of the leather,
Yeah.
which makes them nice for just throwing in the wash. Because I ding up my sneak. I don't know if that's faux pas for real sneakerheads.
No, I mean with the ones like this, with the knit ones, that's another one that you can throw in the wash. And we've had some people talk about how like that's what they like about them. It's like you can like almost like bleach them back to normal.
Yeah, well,
'Cause it's a fabric. It's not like these are.
Those are nice.
These are also canvas, kind of. These are the
I
patchwork.
feel like those got some the
all
Nikes
kinds of-
patchwork.
Yeah, these are Jordan 3s.
Ooh.
And then they're the patchwork, so they're like every single one is a little bit different.
That's
'Cause
cool
it's
as
like,
hell.
It's all these different camos, basically.
Yeah.
And then I put the orange lace in them. I was really stoked on these because it's kind of like a unique.
Those
thing.
are very
Each
cool.
one is a little bit unique.
I never know what color to wear. I've been going for my entire childhood. I always wore white or black sneakers, and now I just pretty much exclusively wear white. But I got the little tinge of the green
Yeah.
to make it nice, to make
Right.
it fancy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Class it up a little
Class it up a little bit. I want to get some weird looking sneakers now, but I don't know what
We
kind.
can help you.
bit.
With that.
Yeah, you should. We should bring your wife too, and we should just go to like the Adidas store.
I would
The
love
employee
that.
store. It's so fun. I figured out. I mean, I've been telling so many people, and I feel like I don't know if it's still a thing, but we could definitely get passes and go in there, and it's a fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's dangerous for us, like, because we always end up buying like 4 or 5 pair, and it's like we do not.
You guys are
need
legitimate sneakerheads.
these.
Though.
We just
like,
do not need all of these.
Yeah,
but,
it's an exclusive pass for size 10 podcast.
yeah, right.
Really?
And our listeners.
No.
So
oh, I was gonna say,
Use
what if
offer code.
what if I'm a 9? Because I wear 9s.
9's fine.
These are
Fine.
9s.
9's fine. I like that. And
These are 9s. Fine.
But I
like
do
that.
want to know about the boots. Though.
The
I
boots.
do. Are
Talk
those
about
Chelsea
the
boots?
These are Chelsea boots. So these are my Thursday boots. My second of my 2 pairs of Thursday boots.
Can I see one of them?
Yeah, man, you can see them both. They're nice boots. Thursday is a really cool brand that just makes really solid leather shit.
Yeah.
They're kind of newer, and their Instagram ads just worked on me after long enough because I started seeing their stuff enough. And they're kind of dirty on the bottom, but I just waterproofed them because we just started getting rain, so
I
I
was gonna
just
say, yeah.
waterproofed them.
Like, is this
It's just
regular
matte
leather?
just
It's
matte
not-
black.
oh,
Yeah,
Okay, it's not like a
I need to shine them. Yes, if you're gonna give me shit for that, Bjorn.
No. I thought, are they suede? They kind of.
Oh,
look
they're
suede,
kind
but
of look
they're
suede.
not
They're just
suede.
matte. They're just very.
Okay.
They're probably aged a little bit.
Yeah.
like a
Oh, and
brush.
I've had them for
They
about a year.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
sometimes they pre-age them too.
Yeah,
Those
they
are
do.
awesome.
And I have those brown ones. I have a pair very similar to those. I might have those boots, which I love them because I just the ads worked on me. I
No,
just
these
started
are
looking,
cool.
and then I looked up a bunch of reviews because they were a newer boot brand.
Are they the legend?
I think I have the captains but not in the black. These are the legends.
These are the legends.
These are
Okay.
the legends.
These
So
are nice. These
they're
are
pretty
really
affordable too, right around 200. That's
Yeah.
not crazy. for a good pair of boots. And I saw a review, some dude's independent blog, where he bought a pair and then wore them every day for 9 months, and then talked about how they did not wear
So
out.
this is just reinforcing how GQ you really are.
Yeah.
I am Iowa GQ. And they're just really solid. Yeah, then now they make sneakers and jackets and stuff too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, those almost kind of look like Stan Smiths too.
Yeah,
they like
they
that
do.
same shape.
They kind of look like that. What's that like high end brand that? That's like they look like just these basic. They basically look like these, but they're like $900.
Oh God!
On like computer programmers wear them. I
It's
can't
like
remember.
Mark Cole or
It's like someone's name or something. I don't remember the name of it.
What is it?
We talked about him once.
There's
And I was
the
like,
Alexander McQueen's. and
maybe
then
that's what I'm thinking
And
of.
then there's the Gucci.
It's not. I would have remembered Gucci, but I think it is the McQueen's. That might be.
Yeah,
That
or
sounds right.
Margiela.
Or the Mason Margellas. Yeah, something like that. Where it's just like, okay, they're
They're great, clean sneakers that you can dress up or dress down.
Yeah.
I really like these sneakers, and these boots are awesome. So
yeah, I really
These
like
are very
these.
cool because they're not like the Chelsea boots have kind of gotten played out because I feel like somebody was like they look like when you wear Chelsea boots you look like a guy who asked for bottle service at a club. And I'm like,
I would, and
that's fine.
If I was wearing these,
if I was good, but these are a little bit chunkier. They're kind of like halfway between a.
Can I have a well bottle? Has anyone ever done that? Just be like,
can I get an Evan Williams? You got any Old Crow back there?
I want
my
the whole
God.
thing, baby.
Bushlight and Old Crow. That's the name of my.
It's our anniversary. Do you have any Mad Dog behind the counter?
Mad Dog. I'll take the whole bottle.
Thank you.
The distinct taste of Mad Dog 2020. Have you seen those commercials with what's his head? Oh, James Mason, the actor James Mason, did the commercials for Mad Dog 2020 back in the day. He's the guy he was in Lolita, like the Stanley Kubrick Lolita movies. Very proper English. He's the original Star is Born guy too, with Judy Garland. He's that guy.
Okay.
So he's got that very proper voice. He's very received pronunciation.
There was Mad Dog commercials,
And he did them, and his voice he's like, the distinct taste of Mad Dog 2020 is not something I think I've quite ever come across in my entire life.
Oh my God. I want to open a bar and offer Boones Farm bottle service. That would be the most Portland thing to do.
It'd be the best.
Would you like the peach fuzzy navel?
Bjorn's
or
Farm.
the strawberry,
Or the strawberry daiquiri? Oh, you're getting flashbacks.
I mean, yeah, it hurts. That's worse for me. See, certain things that are more specific than that are more evocative for me than things like Franzia. Because, when I was drinking hardcore, did I go slap the bag? Of course. That's
Right.
how you talk to people you're attracted to. It's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You slap the bag when I do it, man. I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm a man. Yeah, but no. Oh, Boone's Farm. I used to in college. I played rugby.
Okay.
And I liked hanging out the rugby. All you do is drink when you're not playing.
Okay.
But I like.
So it's like
out.
comedy.
It's yeah. Oh, and I'll tell you, I've invited old rugby buddies to shows, and they're the best fucking crowd. They're
just rowdy
it's so nice for them to, and they I will say for rugby, I don't have this with any other sport that I played, which I'm not as big. Oop, shit, sorry.
No, that's the sign you could knock down. We actually probably should take it down at this point. That's the Yeezy sign.
Is it?
It's the Yeezy sneaker one. It's like, ooh.
Oh,
I've been meaning to maybe take it down. I feel like maybe not.
It might be
anymore.
time.
His shoes didn't do anything wrong.
I forget the name of the designer.
Yeah.
That's
I was
actually
gonna say,
more
he
of what
didn't
we
do
have it up for. It's the Adidas sign.
Yeah, but that's cool.
The
But
Adidas 350.
what? I don't see you know all the names of them.
I dumbly do, and then mine is the.
Dumbly.
I just it's so we do
smartly
this.
do.
I smartly do. It's because we do this podcast. I've become
Yeah.
so knowledgeable about sneakers, and I know most 13 and less of the Jordans. I'm pretty familiar.
Oh.
I could usually point them out.
I didn't know there were that many.
There's way
There's
more.
like
Well,
20
because
something.
13's pretty much when he was no longer playing basketball, and no one gives a shit. after
Okay,
that.
interesting.
Also, they got a little weird, and they just were like, "All right, you're just modeling these after sports cars at this point." And
I would like to hear what are your guys' childhood shoes, like your childhood sneakers.
I mean, the one that sticks out for me the most is my first basketball shoe that I ever got. Like back when I was like, I'm gonna actually play basketball. It was the Fila Garrett Hills.
Fila's. I like
The
Fila's.
Grant Hills, you mean?
Grant Hill.
Grant Hill.
Sorry, I don't know what I said.
Garrett Hill.
It was Grant Hill.
I like
Grant
that.
Hill. Heck, Garrett Hill. Why did I don't know. See, I really know
Garrett's
my
Mound.
Hey, man.
It's just like it was this like white sneaker.
Black, blue.
You want to look it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show them. I think that's like. But then other than that, it was all skate shoes because I was a skateboarder.
You're skate kid.
But like my
Etnies.
yeah, this basketball shoe I had.
Oh,
With the-
fucking A. I know those.
that
Those are
one.
cool. Those
the
are
Grant Hill.
those are probably like coming back.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, like you could rock these now. They're a little ridiculous, and I remember they got like muddy, and then everybody made fun of me, and then I like never wore them
This is
again.
the thing with white sneakers is that you always it's such a
Right.
pop when you wear them, and then they're the hardest to maintain.
Oh, what is that?
Flint Tropics from fucking Semi Pro.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
That one, those.
These are like sneakers are kind of ridiculous now though. People like clunky
Yeah.
sneaks.
Oh,
Not and these aren't even that.
Well,
clunky.
a lot of the classic sneakers are not very good actually for basketball. It's come out that it's not.
Yeah.
It's not good for playing basketball. They were cool
Oh.
looking.
Yeah. Well, like, Paul, what was your childhood sneaker?
Yeah.
What's your go-to?
So British Knights. I had
Knights.
British Knights. I had the graffiti pair.
I know what those are.
And then
So-
I also had there. And then when I was growing up, we lived in Texas for a while, and the thing back then was people were apparently according to my mom, that I was gonna get killed if I wore my Nike Jordans. So she didn't buy me Jordans for a couple years. So it was Payless Pro Wing 800s
Oh hell yeah!
for a few years. So I rocked those, and oh man, I was so disappointed going to school because I got made fun of. Because it was all Nike. Everything was
Yeah.
Nike Jordan. I mean, this was like at the height. This was like when everybody went to the Dream Team.
Right.
That's when I was.
Dream Team era.
So
Yeah.
it's like those were the ones to have.
Those were the ones to have, and I had to rock Pro Wing 800s because my mom wanted me to live. Boo, mom.
Yeah. Come on, Mom.
I would have died for that fit, but
I think my other one would be just like your classic Airwalks. I
Airwalks.
rocked those.
I had a pair
Like
of
the classic
Airwalks.
one with like you can like almost like the brick
Yep.
looking, and then just like the A on the side, like in different colors.
Yes.
I rocked those a lot because I was a skateboarder.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this is the skate shoe that they sell at the store in this tiny town that I live in.
It's like I think of those as Walmart shoes. Like,
yeah,
'cause you can
well,
get 'em on the
Payless I think
hanger.
bought J.C. Penney bought the brand at one point.
Oh, okay.
And then they've were we in a J.C. Penney? They
had 'em.
bringing them back.
They're bringing 'em
They
back.
fully have them back. You couldn't go get them at J.C. Penney right now.
Oh hell yeah.
A lot of those brands got bought out, like, and then they just get run into the ground. You know,
Yeah.
like And One.
And one.
Do you remember that?
I had so much and one shit. I had like an and one. My mom had a thing. My biological mom had a thing where she really wanted me to look like of my age. So she would. I didn't like shopping for clothes when I was a kid. I love it now. I love like browsing for clothes. I'm much more comfortable with how I look now, I think. But my mom would like buy shit that I didn't play basketball as a kid, and she would buy so much basketball shit because she was just like, if I get it enough, he'll want to do it.
yeah.
Like he'll want to
Maybe
play.
he'll want to.
So I had like coordinated and one basketball, like
And you didn't play
matching
basketball
jerseys,
at all.
and I did not. No, I did. I liked sports, just not basketball, like for whatever reason. But I had a pair of Airwalks, but every year for like 8 years in a row, I think the only sneakers I got were just the normal black high top Converse. That was like
Okay.
my jam. Like that's all I wanted to wear. And I think in high school started wearing the Vans. Vans slip-on checks came back.
Yeah.
When I was in elementary school, all my friends had I got made fun of just for wanting to wear Converse because all my friends wore like Nike Shocks.
Oh, the shop.
They're the Shocks that had the fucking
I remember that.
springies.
Yep, I remember those.
Also, I lived through the peak of the Heelys period. So I wanted a pair of Heelys more than anything else. My mom was like, "You're gonna break your fucking neck."
You're gonna shoot your eye out.
You're-
Like, what the fuck, Mom? There's shit.
I would have actually found a way. I would have busted I wouldn't have front teeth. If I had
okay,
wee Heelys.
this might be a little too early too old for you, but Soap shoes, were those a thing at any point?
Soap shoes.
Do you know what those are?
Don't think so.
Do you know what those are?
No.
Okay. So it was like 90, gotta be like 99, 98. So soap shoes, it's this right here. They're shoes, they're like skate shoes, except they have a little they have like a little piece of plastic like in the arch, and then you could do grinds like you were rollerblading. They were popular for like a super tiny amount of time. They've kind of made a bit of a resurgence.
Oh, they were parented by Heelys.
They were Heelys.
So it's like the other version of Heelys.
It was pre-Heelys. So it was just like, it was a shoe with this plastic slider piece in the middle. And it was so fun at school. I do remember they were really cool at school. Maybe that one? Epic grind shoes. Yeah. That's
Stompers.
The non but yeah, I remember I had a pair of, so like I didn't have them ever, my friends did, but I did have a pair of running shoes that had this like plastic arch in the middle, and you could totally use them like soap shoes. And we would like grind the handrails at my school, like we would run, you like run at them and you like try to slide down them. It was, I don't know, my friends and I were, see?
That's terrifying.
Like, handrails on it.
Why did Vice.com write about that? Why did that?
Best soap shoe pro? Yeah, dude, it was a whole thing. It was bizarre. It was fun. I don't know. It was like it had its moment.
I think that's gonna be one of those things that you see in like antique stores. It's like, oh yeah, people did this for a hot second.
But then they put it in the Sonic games, like Sonic soap shoes on rails. Like he grinds. He does grinds. Like, that's the thing.
I will never fucking stop hearing about Sonic the Hedgehog. I've heard so much. So, my buddy back home, Peter, who's a comedian, Peter Basil's a really funny guy, and he has how he talks about how Sonic the Hedgehog is a pervert.
Okay.
And he's like, because he's naked, but he's wearing shoes. And that makes you so much more naked than naked.
You're just running around.
If you need to be naked and be mobile, like, you're a pervert.
That's so funny.
But I heard that bit, and then I worked at...
And he has a mohawk, which is like...
Yeah,
also
that's gross.
Like...
And he's blue. And I worked as a para, and I had a student who was obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog, like had a massive fandom like for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Let's just stop and think, why doesn't he wear a Speedo? Like, that would be the perfect thing for Sonic to wear. What does he wear? I'm not naked. I wear the Speedo though.
It's like, if you bring it up to a real fan, like an adult fan, they'll say he's not naked, he just doesn't have genitalia, and that's so much weirder.
That's weirder. Yeah, that is.
That's if he's just the Ken doll version of a hedgehog.
An animal.
That's
he's
horrible.
the end. He's the end of the bloodline.
Yeah.
There is one of them.
Also,
there can only be one Sonic. Because he has no reproductive organs.
That's important. Where does he poop from?
Yeah. I don't know. He sweats it out.
I love that student though. He's a really sweet kid. But one time he would draw Sonic characters all the time. He was drawing one, and I went, "Hey, buddy, what's that? Is that Sonic?" And he goes, "No, it's Tails." Who's Sonic's like buddy?
Yeah. No, I know. I'm very familiar.
All right, there you go. I didn't know that. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he just goes, "Mattox, I don't know how this relationship's going to work if you won't commit." I'm like, am I talking to a 15-year-old kid on the autism spectrum or the teacher from Whiplash? Like,
oh my God, I like how he kind of broke up with you.
He was not happy with me, and he had
gave
tendency,
you an ultimatum.
It's like, you got to be in this with me.
I feel like you're not committing as much as I am to this relationship.
You're right, and
Mr. Mattox.
I'm just so interested. Like, what if he like? I always thought about that with the students. Like, are you just... Sometimes you'd say something like, "You don't know what that means, do you?" Like, so they would say like the most like impressive things, like, "You're repeating something your parents said."
Yeah.
Like, and yeah. This is one of those moments because I've been you, and I've done that.
I love that. Where they're like, "You don't know what they're saying."
Yeah, children suck.
All right. So what were you gonna say? We always ask every guest the same question. Did you want to do fits or no? No fits. Do you think?
Doesn't matter.
All right,
Fits.
let's do at least one.
Okay.
But we always ask every guest of the shoes or sneakers or whatever that you bring, and I think I already know the answer. So for these boots, we have two options. I'll explain what they are. We like to talk about trucks and rap music, and so in the truck community, if you have like a big lifted dump truck and you don't take it off road ever, it's called the pavement princess. It's not a term of endearment. Nobody says that. It's like something you yell at someone. So that's a pavement princess. And in the rap community, a lot of rappers like to talk about blowing bitches' backs out. Yeah. And I find that hysterical. So are these sneakers or are these shoes, are you going to blow the back out of them or... Are they pavement princesses?
I'm gonna blow the back out of them.
Yeah. All right. We usually have a sound drop, but we don't have that today. No. But what we do have is a sticker for you.
Oh, thank you.
We have the blow the back out.
I was wondering what, because I saw them on the computer. I was like, I'm gonna ask for one. I love stickers. I'm just.
You can have a pavement princess one too,
fucking A.
Actually,
I have the other boots I was gonna bring are my new cowboy boots, and they're gonna be pavement.
They're gonna be
like probably a little bit more, but unfortunately, I don't know if it's because I'm bow-legged or what's wrong with me. I blow the back out of every pair of shoes I have. Like I just wear them till they.
Shoehorn. Do you have a shoehorn?
No.
Go to IKEA, get a long hand shoehorn, and it's gonna change your life. Shit is like 99 cents. It's like this tall, and you can just slip into any shoe. It's the dopest thing ever.
Is that what? Is it prolonging the life of your shoes then?
Yeah,
yes.
Totally. Because when you like stomp on them and step on the back of it,
it fucks them up.
It messes them up.
Well, I just have a problem with wearing the soles out. Like,
there's that too.
I walk stupid. My legs are fucked up.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, you probably get those ones resold. Like you could, those are stitched, top down, stitched. I almost said a cool thing. God damn it. Those are stitched down, top down.
Stitch up. Stitch out.
Yep, those are stitchies.
Blood in.
Stitchies around the edges.
I've found I'm getting into the replaceable insoles world.
Okay.
Both of these shoes have new insoles, which I love because I walk a lot and I like to be comfy.
Yeah.
And I think I have early onset plantar fasciitis because I'm a thick boy. And probably gonna, I think gout's probably coming down the pike for me. That seems about right. There's a lot of gout in my family. A lot of salted meats being eaten at the Mattox household.
We're all hitting that age where you're just starting to like all those things you made fun of people, and you're just like, oh yeah, balding, all kinds of fun.
I'm on
this new gluten thing that is very new, and
the gluten kick.
Well, that never was a problem. It was not a problem for me, and in the last 2 years, it's like
that's
I'm
unfortunate.
trying to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure this is what it is, dude. It's in everything.
It's in everything good.
I can't have fast food anymore unless I just eat fries, and I don't even like fries that much. I mean, I like fries, but not that much.
No.
Not enough to make that the whole meal. That's not what I go to fast food for.
That's true. Gluten-free is hard because, like, I don't even know what gluten is fully. I know it's like wheat or flour or whatever.
Flour. I was like, is it in gel? I don't know. I'm like learning a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be easy. I thought it was going to be like, like when I quit drinking for a while, and that was easy. But that's like a supplemental thing that you do. It's very not that hard to kind of like, just don't go to the bar. Don't buy beer. But gluten is like, change your whole life.
Yeah.
I had carrots and diced ham for lunch. I was like,
that sounds kind of nice.
I like shared it with my dogs. I'm like, well, we're pretty much eating the same thing.
I like carrots.
My dogs love carrots and ham as well. So
who doesn't like ham?
I like ham, but just handfuls of it. It just was weird.
No, you don't want that. You're gonna start being one of those guys that just gets like a pound of ground beef and makes the whole thing into a one big patty and just eats that with a fork and a knife.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
What? Why?
I grew up vegetarian.
Oh, well,
so like
there
meat's
you go.
weird for me, but like it's gonna be the only thing I can really go for now.
Meat's weird for you.
Yeah.
When did you start eating meat?
13.
Okay.
So it was like. I like a lot of sauces. I like cheese. I fuck with tofu. I like that.
I don't think you need it. Well, obviously, but like people are always like, "You gonna try and do?" I had a buddy who was vegan, and he's one of these vegans who really wants everybody else to be vegan.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You're great, but like, shut the fuck up and don't tell me what to do. Like it's
Do
great. You
people
have
feel
a
that-
leather jacket, motherfucker. You're not really vegan. Like,
It's not. Yeah, you're vegan when it's available or whatever.
well, yeah, and people have problems with dairy. People are like, dairy's bad and meat's bad. Okay, cool, but you're gonna fucking have to kill me before you make me stop eating eggs. I eat so many eggs.
I love eggs. That's now like a big part of my.
That's like your protein. Yeah.
I made egg bites, homemade egg bites, like the things from Starbucks.
Yeah.
Dude, super easy. It's just cottage cheese, salt, pepper, some cheese. Like pick your cheese, and this is why I had the cubed ham. It's because I put that in there. But yeah, it's like a cup of or a half cup of cottage cheese. And you just blend it with 10 eggs, put it in muffin tins, and bake it for like, I don't know, what was it, like 30 minutes?
Makes all the sense in the world.
And then you just take those out, put them in the fridge or freeze them, and then in the morning you just nuke them for a minute.
That sounds delicious.
And I've been throwing like sriracha on there. Dude, it's so good.
Do sriracha. I'm a Cholula boy.
Cholula boy. I kind of do it. Well, now I'm all about all the hot sauces. I'm just going to put them all
Are you
on
big
everything.
hot sauce now?
I need something. I can't put it on a sandwich anymore. I like my
sad.
sauces and it's like and like dressings and
Can
all
you
that
eat like
shit.
tortillas? Cute
Corn,
I
which
like
are my
corn.
least favorite.
Well,
but I'm gonna
okay,
just
but
get
there's
over
corn
it.
and
Now
flour.
they're your new favorite.
Now they're my only.
How many
my one and
tortillas
only.
are there? There's corn, flour, and what? Like,
An imaginary.
yeah, I was gonna say.
And pretend.
Well, everybody prefers flour,
Yeah.
but there's a cool new. I don't know how to pronounce it. Birria.
I think,
You know, birria.
Yeah.
Birria. I don't. There's two eyes. Like my face. That was dumb.
like it.
But they have a great birria food truck near my
Okay.
place that does all corn
right.
tortillas, and
There's
they make.
a couple of those food trucks around here.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
it's
Well,
it's a
they're. I
brand.
mean,
They're a
My,
brand.
I
there's
was
one right by my.
happy-
That's walking distance from my place that I'm
my
like addicted
favorite
to now.
burger food truck.
Ooh.
Shout out to Mid City Smash Burger.
Mid City Smash Burger.
So good.
I've
So
had
good.
it.
And they just moved
damn good.
closer to our apartment.
Fuck
They used to
yeah.
be like 4 blocks. Now they are on the same block
All right.
across the street. They do a gluten-free bun, but it's like $4 extra on top of a $5 burger. So
Well,
it's
that's a
like
good-
almost double the price. But
Yeah.
and it does taste like 2 pancakes on top on a burger, like 2 flavorless, or like do you ever have like those potato pancakes? That's what
Yes.
the gluten-free bun tastes like. Which I was like, this is.
But that sounds delicious. Like you're just giving. You
It was good.
it
It was
time.
it was okay. It was good in the moment.
Yeah.
But
I love the Mid City Smash Burger. We went there just out of happenstance. We're just around by where they used to be.
Yeah.
Popped over there. They're good. Rock City Grill at Cartlandia off 82nd. It's really good.
Okay.
I had there's a place right next door. I don't remember what it's called, but I had their Philly cheesesteak today. It's really good.
okay, I like a Philly cheesesteak.
I love a Philly cheesesteak, but
Can I
and
have
they
that?
they have one there that is just served over fries. So it's all
Really?
the stuff in a Philly cheesesteak. They just put over like nachos, almost like cheese
Sounds good.
fries.
That sounds super good.
And it is. So, and their fries are good.
All right, so we got one more segment, and then we'll get
Okay.
out of here. Paul, do you want to introduce what the segment is?
Yep, it is time for hashtag WTF or hashtag FWT. So if you're new to the podcast, basically we're gonna look at some fits, and our Steam panel is gonna let us know if they've hashtag WTF, meaning what the fuck is that outfit, or hashtag FWT. I fuck with that. So
FWT,
we're gonna
okay.
take a look at some of these looks, and basically I'm gonna put the look up on the screen. You guys are gonna write hashtag WTF or hashtag FWT on your board, and we're
Okay.
gonna judge these and talk about them. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the first look, close your eyes real quick.
Okay.
And we're gonna pull that up, and we're ready to go. Look number 1. Oh,
Up,
shoot.
up, and
Nope.
it's
I fuck with that.
yeah,
Size
yeah,
10
yeah.
podcast.
Right there we go.
All right, look number 1. There it is. So hashtag FWT or WTF. What do we think? And then whoever wants to go first, if you can just describe the outfit for our non-video listeners.
Yeah. So I'll go. I guess top down. We've got a. I don't know what I went top down, and then I'm like, wait, is the hoodie the top? The it is a flannel shirt over like a and it's like a brown on brown flannel, and then
With
it's
some blue and yellow.
Yeah, is there blue and yellow?
Yeah.
And then we've got like a orangish yellow hoodie underneath, some black motorcycle pants that are like distressed, and then we've got some Air Max 1s, just your classic black and white Air Max 1s. And I guess I'll go first. This is definitely like a fuck with that.
Yeah.
This looks like an outfit that I would wear. And there's a skull on the
And a scorpion.
on the hoodie. It's cool. I like it. I wouldn't have thought to go hoodie and flannel necessarily, but I'm liking it. I have these Air Maxes, so I could wear those. And I've been meaning to get some of these motorcycle pants. I kind of want to mess with those where they've got like the like things
ridges.
on the knee.
Yeah.
Those ridges on the knee. I think those are pretty cool. So that is a fuck with that for me.
Nice.
I fuck with that as well.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I could wear that coloration. I feel like mustard on me does not look good. But, yeah, the hoodie and flannel is like a thing that people do now. It was all of a sudden one winter, and that's all you saw.
The hoodie and the flannel.
Hoodie and
It's like-
flannel.
It used to be a hoodie and a like a jacket. Like
Yeah. I still
like a
do
suit
that.
jacket.
Yeah.
We were, oh my God, we were at, was it JCPenney? It was. Yes, you and I were at JCPenney, and they had a hooded suit jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
But wait, it was white. And it had a very pointy hoodie. And I fucking put it on. And Paul was like, oh my God, no. I was like, take a picture.
I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's
I was like, oh, no wonder these are on clearance.
what else are you gonna wear when you're
Clearance with
marrying
a
your
K?
cousin?
I was like, oh my God, why does this have a hood? Because we were looking at dress clothes. And then I put it on.
Well, I don't know. What do you like? Is it just for the sake of the look of it down? That's like a thing that
I
people
think
do.
so.
I guess so, but they did not think about the design of putting it up.
No.
Of a white
If
hoodie.
you're gonna put a hood on something, I'm gonna put it up once at
Yeah.
least, just
Yeah.
to say that I'm earned the extra fabric.
Yeah.
Like, what were they thinking? I almost wanted to buy it just because it was just like, what? This is so inappropriate.
It's not okay.
So tell me more about why you
Kinda want
like
it.
this look.
I do like those moto pants. Those are cool sneakers. I could rock those sneakers. I want a pair of black, like Nikes, like those. I like the skull. I like anything with a skull on it. I just like skulls.
Yeah.
You know, like the Misfits.
Nice.
You know,
Me too.
But don't you hate Misfits fans though?
Yeah.
People who say they like people who wear Misfits shirts are the worst.
Yeah. My favorite Misfit shirt is
Sorry,
I'm just gonna go
No,
for it,
it's
dude.
fine.
I'll bite.
You're good.
I'll bite. I got 2 Misfit stories that I'm gonna just tell you. I'm a lot chubbier than I used to be, and like I put a whole new shape on it, and I fucking love it. Like it's like it is a
The
Misfit
face is
shirt, and
different?
it's very Misfit. Oh, okay.
there we go. That was
but
great.
I went and saw the original Misfits when I lived in Las Vegas.
Oh, shit.
With my friend, and you're right, they are the worst. Like it was all these like 40 and 50-year-old
Yeah.
dudes like moshing. It was ridiculous.
It's upsetting.
These 2 50-year-old or these 3 50-year-old people playing music. They had their songs are like a minute and a half, and they had to take like a 3-minute break between songs. Like
Hold on, I
it
gotta
was
sit down.
so funny,
Jerry,
but it was really
Olney's
cool.
just
And I
dying.
have the T-shirt to commemorate it.
Yeah, I love the Misfits. Like that is music you want to listen to when you're sad or you're mad,
Yeah, for 1 minute, and then you get over it.
and you're good.
Because it's 60
It's all
seconds.
out. You got some attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some
It's
fucking
great.
attitude.
I love that.
All right, should we do one more?
Yeah, and
do another
actually,
one.
I'm gonna say
what's
fuck
yours?
with that too. So
All right, so we'll
fuck
comment
with it.
on it.
So hashtag FWT.
Yeah.
We comment if we have good things to say. We usually don't if we don't have good things to say. We interact with the
And
post.
this is brought by Reason Clothing, so it's a clothing store out of New York.
Ah.
So this must be some of their brand stuff and maybe a mix of other brands, but it's a great fit. So we love
Yeah.
that. So thank you for posting. You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Close your eyes.
Close your
you
eyes.
don't see it.
Okay.
And
I dropped my pen. So.
This is actually from one of our good friends from LA, one of the members of Trash Talk Boys. Now it's just the lower half, but we're about to celebrate Halloween, but Halloween's going to be already done by the time this episode's out. But let's talk about this fit. So hashtag WTF or hashtag FWT, and who wants to go first and explain this fit?
I'm not going to change my answer, but I have my answer. I dropped my pen and it went down. I think I kicked it under my seat or something. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go off the dome. But you go first.
I fuck with that, but
Yeah.
I'm a horror nerd. The shoes I want. I just really want the shoes because of the sweater pattern and the cuts on it are just like awesome, and I like the shape. I want the shoes really bad.
What brand are those?
I hope I'm
can't
saying
tell.
this right. Machi. They're that new. It's a new shoe company. They're doing really great kicks.
Okay.
MACHE.
Okay.
And I just love all their shoes. So,
Yeah.
I guess we can't really describe. It almost looks like a Vans trainer.
Yeah.
It would be the best way I would describe them.
That's a good way of putting it.
Of anything. I mean, they're kind of a trainer look. It's pretty cool. They've got and the way that they have like the blood splatter and then like the almost the leather on the toe kind of is reminiscent of probably like Freddy's glove, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there's like blood on it. And the mix with like the white is an interesting. I like it. And then like the white lace in this one, and then it's got like a fuzzy liner.
Yeah, it's like a shearling.
Yeah. And then Pusha 23 is wearing them with the Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know if they're joggers or just sweatpants, but they've got the glove on there and then Nightmare on Elm Street. These are sick. This is definitely fuck with that.
Yeah,
I like
fuck
this.
with that hard.
Well,
Yeah.
I am right there with you. So we're gonna send out another fuck with that.
Yeah. And
Love the fit.
and he'll be stoked because he's been on the pod before.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there's
yeah.
nice sweatpants now. People like sweatpants.
I wish I could go back in time and tell middle school Bjorn, like, buddy, these are gonna come back. I know everyone's calling you the F word right now.
Oh.
And making you wear dumb baggy pants.
Funny.
Yeah, funny guy.
Funny guy. Okay.
You're so funny. And animal teas
You're
are
so-
also going to make a comeback. Don't worry about it, bud. You're actually an influencer for the future.
All those ski anorak tops that your mom gave you are gonna really come back around too.
All right. So are we ready for the final
Yeah,
fit?
last one.
Okay.
Final fit.
Close your eyes, and we're ready.
All right. Okay, it's. I thought it was on. I was like, okay. You know what, Paul? You go first on this one. Or do you want to describe it? I'm going to let you describe.
I'm going to
this
describe
one.
it. So what this is a jacket, or it's like a jogger, like jacket. Like it has like that 80s like jacket from the day with the neon colors. But this is very muted colors. It's a zip up with a really big cowl neck on it. On the left side, you've got a sweater vest. On the right side, you have a cardigan.
Cardigan with big old buttons.
With big old buttons, and it's almost like 4 jackets mixed into one. Brown, blue, really like muted colors. It's like they raided your history teacher's closet from middle school and cut everything up and sewed it together on this jacket. So it's hard to explain. Watch us on Spotify and YouTube to actually get this, or follow j.brown2016_ to check out this
coat
fit.
This thing.
Oh
And here's
my
some
God.
more. Here's some more pictures of it. There's the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Wow. Okay. So who would like to go?
Oh my God. Okay, I'll go first. Clearly, this is a what the fuck. Like
Okay.
seriously. This does look like someone just fell into your grandma's closet and then just walked out with like, is this fashion? It looks like something that someone would do on one of those like fashion reality shows right before they got kicked off.
Designers, make it work.
Yeah, they're like,
How would you describe your inspiration for this and like defend this?
Well, I hate myself.
I want to leave the
I
show.
don't want to be here.
this one's called Bullied as an Adult.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. No, this is.
I do love that they have the plant that they just put
Yeah.
in front of it to like zhuzh it up a
Yeah.
little bit.
Well, yeah. I was wondering for a second if that was part of it. You know, is that just like a
It's definitely intentional.
A garnish.
There. Yeah, they're like,
the
it's
fit
like a
needs
garnish.
a garnish? Yeah. I would fuck with any one of these pieces that they Frankenstein together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I would wear that sweater vest. I would wear that
Yep.
cardigan vest. Like even I would wear that jacket. But all together, the fuck are you like? Why? Like you just ruined a couple of articles of clothing. You just like fucked it. Like it looks too like they cut just cut that up and slapped it on the front. So you're just adding. Or is this? Did they staple it back?
It's sewn into it. Oh,
Okay, I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess, but
I'm not a fan of asymmetrical stuff
yeah,
usually. And you know what? You also lost me on the neck of the. I'm not.
It's a
not
big
feeling
neck.
That. But I guess you're not really supposed to like zip it all the way to the top like that.
oh, some jackass will.
It looks
but-
like
but who
It
cares?
looks like an uncut jacket, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's an uncut jacket.
That took me a second, and I'm ashamed of myself.
And then the like, I don't know.
I really like just the jacket. Like I would wear that jacket around, but like we used to do Tuba Christmas, and you'd have to find like an ugly sweater to wear.
Yeah.
And that vesty cardigan deal would be
And
Which
that's
is fun.
primo.
It is kind of a fun thing, and I like that like ironic thing. And then even the vest that they chose is like very patchworky looking.
Yeah, and they did the
as
color
well.
all like is all together very like nice, and it's a similar color palette. I think it works, but
I would almost like to have seen it. Like I think this would be a fuck with that. Here, if you go back a picture, Paul, choose one or the other.
Yeah.
I might be like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
but it's too many risks.
yeah,
It's like now I do feel like I'm on one of those reality shows where they're just
too
like,
much.
we liked what you did, and then you just did it again.
Editing.
Like too much. You just kept talking like we were on board, and then we're like, no, what'd you do on the left side there? Oh fuck, you were so close.
Yeah.
It was great, and then you just fell apart.
I don't know. I'm enamored by it. It's like the more I look at it, the more I find stuff to hate. Like,
But at the same time, like I like almost low key want to like wear something like this to an open mic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just,
conversation
just
piece.
own it.
For sure.
Or a party.
It's
You're
like
like,
a-
do you have coat check? Because I have this.
because I have
Like-
you know that Johnny Cash song "One Piece at a Time."
Yep.
It's that as a coat.
Yeah.
The story, gets one piece at a day.
Oh man, Paul, what were your thoughts? We didn't hear that. Where was where are you on this one? You can go against it.
Fuck
You
with
can
it.
be Like,
I'm gonna say fuck with that.
I feel
Oh.
like
I'm gonna go fuck with that. Here's why. It's a surprise. So this is what I'm imagining. I'm going on a date. It's the middle of winter.
Uh-huh.
I'm walking up to this person, and this is what I'm seeing from the back. And I'm like, okay, well, it's just kind of a basic.
oh, they're wearing it.
They're wearing that.
Not you.
No, I would never. Never.
This is one of those where it's like you got to be the one.
I-
You got to like
I will fuck
surprise
with
your
that for
date.
somebody
I
else.
will literally,
Not for me.
okay.
But like the back of the jacket's nice, but boring. But then you go there and you're like, whoa, I'm gonna have the best date ever. I don't even care if I ever see this person again. We're gonna talk about the craziest shit.
Yeah.
Because if their brain's anything like this jacket, it's gonna be a good time.
It's true.
So that's why I'm thinking, fuck with that. I want to meet the
Okay.
person that wears this, and let's have some fun. Let's drink some, I don't know, chamomile tea or whatever this person.
It wouldn't
I
be
don't
like
know.
your Tinder dates walking up and you're like, I think that's them,
Oh, yeah.
and then you're like, that better fucking not be them.
By the way, that's
Maybe
totally happened to me. Where
Yeah,
I should
we're
go
just
down.
like, ooh,
That's them.
God.
And also, this has happened to me too. If oh wow, they look good from behind, and then
and then they
what
turn
the
around.
fuck?
And you're like, what?
But I would say fuck with that.
Uncut
Like
face?
the one thing. Am I dating an aardvark? What's going on here? I love it. But I think you're right on the spot on. I like the there's a funny element to this that I think was purposeful.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think how it would have been funnier, but also just look aesthetically pleasing. I would have taken the cardigan, doubled that up on the other side.
Yeah.
And it's kind of this inside out moment. The vest throws it off. That's what it does. for me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'd fuck with it. So I want to meet the person who designed this. I want to know their creative process, and I want to know who's going to wear this because they're probably going to be interesting to talk
Yeah.
to. So
This is Yee's new line.
Yeah.
Or they're not, and they just live with their interesting clothes. I've found that where someone that wears like really interesting shit is just so fucking boring.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. This is how you express yourself.
But yeah, so that's
All right.
that's it. That concludes hashtag
Hey.
WTF FWT. Thank you for the feedback. That
Yeah.
was fun.
Oh, yeah. That was
Appreciate it.
great.
Playing. Is there anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Oh, anything I want to play? Well,
Well,
I'm doing
another-
your show. I'm doing your show
Yeah.
on the 10th.
Yeah. So that'll be out.
So
Bangers
come
Comedy.
come out to Bangers and see me do some stand up. I'm doing the mics, doing the circuit, hanging
Nice.
out, hitting it up. Yeah, having a great time, liking my time out here.
Nice.
You know, it's good. So not a whole lot to plug, just hanging out.
I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome that you're enjoying yourself. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow us on all socials, Size 10 Podcasts. If you want to come see me live and Colin as well, Bangers Comedy every Thursday at Neighbors Tap Room, Portland, Oregon. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.